In 2018, my choreographer friend Maddie and I produced a multimedia piece called Misophonia. Misophonia deals with many issues of duality, hatred, fear, and mistrust. Misophonia is a condition where certain sounds can trigger intense emotional and physical reactions in some people. At various points in the piece, we projected a life-size transparent digital twin of Maddie who was trapped inside a large black box. We played with this illusion quite a bit in the piece. Also, we involved Maddie's real-life twin, Margot, which further confused the sense of identity. We premiered the piece in Chicago, and we restaged the piece in 2021 in Indianapolis with my undergraduate performing group, Disklavier. It was a great show. You really should have been there, seriously. The projection was pretty easy to pull off. You had to build a sort of telephone booth, paint it black, and cover it in a projection-friendly scrim material. For the projection material, we used a charcoal PET screen, which gave the projector a suitable surface on which to project. And then we would film the dancer against a black background. You can accomplish this using a live video as well, creating a full-body video for telepresence projection if you set it up correctly. So I got some research funds together and had my students build a new, bigger version. Now the Machine Musician Lab has 2 telepods, which can be used for multiple projects in composition, telepresence, and AI embodiment. By the way, we call the projection phone booth thing a telepod. Yeah, I know. Almost immediately, I started to wonder if this project could have applications for AI. I had been working on this other project called Avatar. Yeah, I know. I had been working on this other project called Avatar with percussionist Scott Deal for a while. Avatar is a system that listens to live improvisation and plays along in the style of the performer that it's listening to. It works really great, but when the project started to get a lot of performances, the Avatar actually worked so well that people kept getting confused and thinking that the electronic parts accompanying Scott were actually fixed media, even though they were being generated live. So it occurred to me that a system which filled in the gap of providing visual feedback could help listeners make the connection between the sound and the system generating it. As with Avatar, I wanted this system to be robust and easy to use, not requiring some special equipment beyond Ableton Live and a projector. So I developed a Max for Live device onto which you can drop any video file and play it back in response to a MIDI signal. The system, called Faceplayer,
Face dancer.
Yeah, I know, divides the video equally into 128 frames, which respond to MIDI pitches coming in from a controller. The blink effect responds to MIDI velocity, making the video brighter depending on the attack, and then decaying into darkness. This effect can be turned on or off, by the way. For many situations, this system of visual feedback will suffice. But for embodying AI data, the whole idea is to create a sense of physicality to coincide with a non-physical digital instrument. Like in the case of the sound of a digital piano played by a MIDI system, there's no connection between the sound and a visible object making it. So it's easier to ignore and may even cause a certain degree of uncanny valley. Our theory is that the best way to fix this is to make a one-to-one connection between the pitch being played and the video of a person doing something, playing an instrument, for instance, in that approximate range. So the videos we've used for embodiment projects like this are made using linear movement from left to right, where left equals a low note and right equals a high note. In later tests, we've been using a green screen to film against so the background can be chroma keyed out of the final result. For Disensemble's performance of my own piece, Conformity Number 16, which was co-written with AI and autonomously performed on a Disklavier, we made videos of the entire ensemble and overlaid them on top of each other with varying levels of opacity. So the final effect is that of a ghostly image with visual hints of everyone in the group. We premiered this system at the 2022 AI Music Experiments event, I-Me, whatever, and it created some significant buzz around town. There are probably better ways of doing this, some of which I'm working on for future iterations of this project. Still, as apps that can generate musical data are already starting to populate the musical landscape, the Faceplayer method seems to be an excellent temporary solution for embodiment to be used by teams working on disembodied generative music apps. So I won't be offended if you steal this idea and try to make your own, and let me know if you're interested in using mine, and we'll work something out. You should know that the larger the video file, the slower the computer's performance with this device, so it pays to reduce your resolution as far as possible. I'm sure some purists out there would balk at this solution, resolution. However, supposing you are using the telepod as a projection medium, I can vouch that you'll never be able to tell the difference, as it will probably be a bit grainy anyway. Also, if you're making multiple videos, ensure that the camera stays entirely still between shots. The same goes for the instrument you'll be filming and anything else in the shot. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Machine Musician Lab and Disensemble for future updates which will similarly blow your mind and shatter your soul.